how do I feel once I get in the game. So I definitely took from week 1 and tried to improve on a lot of those things in week 2.
There's also like continuing with a lot of guys. I think Brock had 1 touch. Like how much of that is like just we're trying to see what weapons we have and what our weaponry's going to be.
I mean, we have a ton of athletes. I mean, we have a ton of guys that can make plays. I don't know how many wide receivers touched the ball today, including our running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. But I mean, there's a bunch of guys that can make explosive plays for us. And sometimes, I mean, some guys just don't touch the ball because, I mean, they might be getting double teamed, or there's another guy that's one-on-one that can also make a play. So it definitely helps us when we have so many guys that can be explosive.
How much more easy does it make it when the defense is getting 3 interceptions in the second quarter, and you guys obviously were getting going as well?
Oh yeah, I mean, turnovers are indicative of wins and losses, and when they're turning the ball over and giving us good field position, we just have to execute, get it in the end zone.
What did you think about Dylan in the backfield? He told us this past week he'd been working some back there. Obviously, he looked pretty good, especially on that 21-yard run.
Oh yeah, I mean, he brings a different element, especially being a wide receiver. I mean, he runs hard. He's really good with the ball in his hands. It also gives us an opportunity, which we didn't do much today, but to match him up on a linebacker or on a safety where otherwise he might be on a corner when he's spread out wide. So it's like almost like a Deebo Samuel type deal. How the 49ers use him is kind of what we're trying to do with him.
Does that kind of indicate that there's still a lot that we haven't seen out of this offense, that maybe the playbook's been
I mean, every week is different. I mean, every team is going to run a different scheme against us, and we're obviously going to try to scheme up every single defense in the best way that we can. But I think the most important thing for us is being comfortable in what we're doing, and then ultimately just executing.
You quietly had a huge day. How comfortable or how much better are you feeling better?
Yeah, I definitely felt really good going in today. I felt confident in our plan. I felt confident in the offense. We had a really good week of practice. We practiced really hard. So yeah, just ultimately just the confidence part of it really played a role.
David, I did want to ask, how do y'all get going quicker? I mean, you missed the field goal, it happens, but how do y'all get points on the board quicker?
I don't know. I guess the biggest thing will just be in our preparation, like going into the game. It's a mindset thing. We just got to jump out and start on teams a little faster. It'll just be a work in progress.
Another negative question, what happened on the fumble?
Oh yeah. I mean, I tried to make a move. I just didn't tuck the ball up. He tackled me perfect. I mean, head on the or helmet on the ball. It just popped out. Good thing Kendall was there. But yeah.
Not getting the ball to as many guys as you did today. Even in the first half, it was I don't know how off the top of my head how many it was. Quite a few though. How does that help the offense as y'all move forward?
Yeah, I mean, it speaks to how explosive a lot of our players can be. We got a lot of athletes on our team that can make plays. So just to spread the ball and spread the wealth almost, I mean, we have confidence in every single guy that steps out on the field. So.
Kirby asked for you guys to be more aggressive on offense this week. Do you feel like you were able to get that accomplished?
Yeah, I mean, I still think that we had pretty decent balance, whether it was quick games, shots, running the ball. I think it's important to have that balance and still be physical, but also to be aggressive in every facet of an offense.
How do you feel like you've improved from week 1 to week 2? I know you're going to SEC play next week, but these first 2 games, I'm sure your nerves have settled a little bit. So what's that like for you?
Yeah, I think just my comfortability level is the biggest thing, and then also just overall confidence in the offense as we continue to evolve and find our identity. Hopefully, we just continue to improve.
The defense put you guys in some really good spots today. What's that like having them behind you, knowing that they can help you out?
Yes, I mean, I think they had 3 turnovers. That helps us a lot whenever we can have good field position. We're on the plus 40, plus 30, I think, 1 or 2 times, and it helps us get in the end zone and score points. So.
My last question is about Makai Muse. I'm sure you've been asked about him several times, but I just talked to him, and he seems like all of this is just nothing. I mean, I was like, what's it like being in the spotlight, like the newfound fame? And he's like, I just want to do my job. Is that what he's like around you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he comes in, he works, he puts his head down, he grinds, and he deserves everything that is coming for him and everything that he's done because he's worked for it. He deserves to have the ball in his hands, and he continues to make plays. So we're going to continue to try to feed it to him.
I did want to ask, with Carolina coming in, it's going to be a new level of athlete on the other side of the ball. How important is it to get off to a good start this week with practice and so forth?
I mean, I think it's always important to have a good week of practice. I mean, we're going to play against our guys on defense for the whole week.
What's that like?
I mean, it sucks sometimes playing against our defense. It's frustrating. That's why it's nice to come out here on Saturdays and, play against another opponent, play against other players, get a different look than what our defense does. But, I mean, we're going to be prepared because of our defense and what they show and what they do. So.